G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel. Another update on my His Master's Voice F5A6 black and white TV restoration. I've now put the 6R free valve in place of the old valve that was in the EHT cage. Actually, the old valve that was in there is actually a superior valve. It's a 6AL6 if I remember rightly, and I've actually done a bit of I looked up about the 6AL6 because I was wondering about compatibility issues, and it just turns out the 6AL6 has a few advantages over the 6R. No, it's not 6AL6, it's a 6AL3 I mentioned. So the 6AL3 has some advantages over the 6R3. Probably something, I think it's something to do with warm-up time or something for the set. That's just my vague memory. I've only quickly read the forum posts. But anyway, the replacement valve's in there now, and the brightness still pretty much blooms the picture. It's actually not quite as extreme. It's kind of more so. It's kind of making a bit more wider in height, if anything. So I haven't looked at the older videos, but it does seem to be a bit more improved. Now, I notice that the focusing is actually looking a hell of a lot better now. At least on the right hand side it is. The right hand side, the focusing practically looks perfect. If that is what they call perfect. But yeah, it looks pretty crisp to me. I like looking at the numbers there, they look pretty crisp. And the focusing's absolutely perfect down the right hand side. You can see the finer details of those wedges there. And it looks not bad in the middle, but up the top, yeah, it somewhat looks a little bit defocused. But on the left hand side it does look rather out of focus. I notice it actually looks rather, the scanning looks rather smeary for some reason. I'm actually wondering if there's an issue of the positioning of the deflection yoke on the back, whether it needs to be aligned or anything. I mean, I've rotated it to its correct position now. I'm just wondering if it actually needs to be lined up, or if it's possibly got something to do with the horizontal linearity. I'm not real sure. The focusing looks better at the bottom left, as you can see. But yeah, let's just show you those wedges at the corners. So the focusing looks worse at the top left hand side, as you can see. The focusing looks better at the bottom left hand side. The focusing looks even further improved on the top right hand side, top right hand corner, and at the bottom right hand corner the focusing looks pretty much perfect. Now, as you can see, the picture, yeah, the alignment looks, it's getting there pretty much. But yeah, the picture is a bit stretched at the top, which probably might also explain the focusing being a tad bit off in the middle. But then again, it looks good on the top right corner, so I'm not real sure. I'm just taking potshot guesses here. Anyway, yeah, need to get the horizontal linearity good. There's still one more valve I need to replace in the EHT circuitry, which is the, just got to find it, the 6CM5 valve. I haven't ordered one yet because yeah, they are a little bit more expensive, and I thought I'd try the first valve, the 1S2 valve, which John highly recommended I replace. And the seller so happened to have a 6R free valve as well, so I bought that while I was at it. The actual valve I got is a EY81, which is equivalent to a 6R free, so there's no problems there. As said, it's the 6R free valve is inferior to the 6AL3 valve, which I've replaced, but I'm guessing the 6AL3 valve's probably might not be functioning quite as good as the 6R3. The 6R3 is tested to be good, so I've put it in there in place replacements. Also, the warm-up time didn't really change the warm-up time of this set very much at all, really. So if it's supposed to slow down the warm-up time, the 6R3 compared to the 6AL3, then there's not really much of a difference I've noticed. But anyway, okay, so the next step in the meantime, I need to try and get the top of the pitcher squashed down a bit. So John recommended I swap some valves around, which I'll go to the notes and see what he said. So he told me to, he said the top stretching could be because the 6BM8 is a bit weak and is being overdriven. So what I need to do is try and swap that valve around for another 6BM8. I think the audio circuitry, if I remember rightly, has 6BM8 valves. So yeah, that's right. He said swap one of the 6BM8 valves with one of the ones from the audio section and see how it compares. So that's the next thing to try, which I'll do and see what happens, and I'll let you know the results in the next video. Alrighty, stay tuned for my next update on this restoration progress with my HMV F5A6. This is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel, signing out.